And welcome to Scoop. I'm Bajo, and coming up on the show today, we're going to...
Bajo, what's going on?
Oh, hi, Goose. How are you? I thought you had the day off today.
No, I'm here just like normal.
Oh, well, why don't you go relax? Go to the beach or something. I've got this. We're going to be talking about...
No, hang on, Bajo. I got up early this morning, I caught the bus, and Scoop is kind of my thing.
Goose. We're wasting valuable screen time. We are rolling. Just let me take care of this, mate. All right,
No,
now...
no, I just want to sit up on the...
No,
it's my chair.
There's no room.
Hang on.
There's no room. It's a one person. No. G'day, I'm Bajo.
And I'm Goose.
And welcome to Scoop.
Today on the show, PlayStation's head honcho steps down.
Mario is accused of dinosaur cruelty.
And one developer spills the beans on how he tricked Sega into releasing his games.
Plus, we have a chat about the Xbox One X and the future of console gaming.
Looking forward to that.
But first, it's time for the news.
Wait, Bajo, if we're both spinning into news, we might end up getting smushed together in some sort of horrific news spin accident.
Oh no. Well, how about you spin in for the first one, and then I'll spin into the next one, and we can just rotate it like that.
Yeah, okay, good
that'll
work.
be safe, yeah.
Do that for me.
Good luck.
Oh, it worked! And first up, Andrew House, the president and group CEO of Sony Interactive Entertainment, aka the boss of PlayStation, has resigned. House has worked with Sony for a whopping 27 years and moved into the role of PlayStation CEO in 2011. During his long service, he has personally helped launch all the PlayStation consoles. Thanks for all the PlayStations, Mr. House, and good luck with whatever your future holds. Okay, Bajo, ready to spin in 3, 2, 1.
Ah, nice one, Goose. Next up, Nintendo developers who worked on Super Mario World have revealed that, in fact, Mario was thumping Yoshi in the head to make his tongue stick out. It has been long debated by fans as to whether Mario was hitting Yoshi or simply pointing at what to lick. But during an interview on Nintendo's official blog, the developer who designed the animation confirmed Mario is indeed giving him a bop on the head. However, Nintendo's official stance is that Mario is simply pointing despite the original animation. Which is the way it should be. You should never mistreat your dinosaurs. Okay, back to you, Goose, in 3, 2, 1.
Oh, I'm getting dizzy. And finally, Traveller's Tales founder John Burton has revealed how he tricked Sega into thinking they were finding Easter eggs when his games were actually crashing. He did it because back in the day, to release a game on the Mega Drive, it had to pass rigorous and weeks-long certification tests. These would involve games needing to be left running for days without crashing, or else it would need to get fixed. And the whole certification process would start again. But to pass the tests, when his games crashed or hit errors, they would do things like say, "Congratulations, you've found the secret level select screen," or warp you forward or back a level, allowing the game to refresh behind the scenes. Ah, what a sneaky guy. Alright, that's it for the news. Time for the final spin off to the chat in 3, 2, 1.
Goose, here's your drink, mate. There you go. There's your beverage. Why don't we go have a chat? Let's go.
Were you there the whole time?
I couldn't find my favourite shoes.
Okay. I'm joined now by co-host and wearer of blue shirts, Bajo. How are you, Bajo?
I'm good, how are you, Goose?
I'm very well. I thought I'd get you in today to talk about the current state of video game consoles, because it's what I'm dubbing the age of the super console. We're seeing the Xbox One X released in a few weeks, and of course we have the PlayStation Pro out at the moment, which is again a very powerful version of the PlayStation console, and it's got me a bit confused. I'm seeing more consoles out than I've ever seen before. What should we be thinking, Bajo?
We should be thinking about these amazing graphics that are gonna happen. Right now, the PS4 Pro is already the most powerful console ever made, and we're about to have the second most powerful console ever made with the Xbox One X, and that's exciting, although I wish they kept the original name, the Scorpio, because I thought that had a real pizzazz to it.
That was a much better name than Xbox One X, but yes, it is being touted as the most powerful console ever, but I think it's a bit strange because it's not the new Xbox, it's kind of just like an evolution of it. It's got better graphics, it's more powerful, but there's no new games, no redesign or anything there.
Yeah, it's really just to make everything run a little bit better. And if you've got a 4K TV, then you can play 4K games on it. How well those 4K games will run, we don't know. How much of a difference we will see with all of the upcoming games with the new consoles, we don't really know. It's not until you see them side by side that you can really see the comparison.
It is really down to some of those minor differences, isn't it? And because it used to be back in the day, I'd really want to go and get that new game because the new console's out. Whereas now, I could still play those games on the older console, so I feel like there's less of a draw to go out and get one.
And it was so exciting when you got that new console because it was a generational change, you know? You'd be like playing a game one day and the next day you're like, I am in the future!
And then it always had a new controller controller to get your head around as well, and sometimes they were a bit wonky, but they were still new and fun, whereas now we're just seeing X Pro Special. You're not really seeing a new console.
Yes, but having said all that, the last generation, the Xbox 360, the PS3, and the Wii, they took way too long before we got the next version, right? So by the end of the 360, PS3, Wii era, the games were like, these games should look a lot better.
They could. We were actually seeing games that were suffering a little bit.
Absolutely.
We needed a new generation. Do we need another generation now, or do we need these upgrades?
Yeah, it does feel a bit soon to have these new versions of consoles already.
Totally. And then I'm even thinking something like the Switch, which only just came out. Are we going to see a Switch Deluxe at the start of next year?
Almost definitely, I would say.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. I think about what Nintendo did with the 3DS and the DS and the DSi and all those different DS versions. And there is one thing that worries me, and that's that a lot of those games didn't run very well on the older hardware.
Yeah, and the real worry is when they eventually lock you out of those older games. Like in the case of Minecraft on 3DS coming out, that will only work on the newest version of the 3DS. My old 3DS won't run it. I mean, that's a real worry, especially when you then think about other consoles. It's that point where they start saying those games won't work, those ones won't work, you'll need to get the Pro or the X version, and then I might have to go out and buy duplicates of each game, and I don't want to do that. I want a new closed system or nothing else.
At least Microsoft and Sony have said that there'll be no exclusive games for these new versions of the consoles, at least not yet.
Yeah, and I guess that means we don't have to rush out and get them straight away. We can stand back and see how it all plays out.
Yeah, right now, it's not a necessity, it's a luxury, like nice sheets.
Oh yeah, good example. Oh, thanks for coming in, Bajo.
Oh, good to be here, Goose.
Yeah. Actually, now that I think about it, good bed sheets are a necessity. Yeah, I just got the Bed Sheets Pro.
Oh, nice. I just upgraded to the Bed Sheets Pro Deluxe.
Oh.
Yeah, just a little bit softer.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be interesting to see what the future holds for the world of home consoles and bedding.
Indeed. That's the scoop for this week. Don't forget to check the ABC Me app tomorrow for a Spawn Point game review.
Until then, Goose out.
Bajo out.